why those lines always come, but get ready with me for work. I work at 5:30. Yeah, so let's just get ready. In this video, I'm gonna rant about how much I hated being a grocery store cashier. I don't think there is a single job, well, there are obviously jobs worse than that, but being a grocery store cashier did freaking suck. Like, let me tell you. So, I worked at Safeway, or Vons, whatever you call it, and it was cool because they paid a good amount of money. And before I worked at Safeway, I worked at Sally's, like Sally Beauty Supply, and I wasn't getting enough hours. I just wasn't making enough money, and I was like, yeah, this isn't it. So I was like, let me work at Safeway, because my cousin worked there and she was making good money. So I started working there, I think it was like January of 2020, and I immediately hated it. Like immediately I hated it. So the job itself is you literally stand in one place for hours at a time, and you like scan people's items, obviously, right? Not too simple. First of all, I don't know why standing in place is so exhausting. Like, now I'm a waitress and I'm still on my feet, but I'm walking around and I have no problems with that. But I dropped it. What was that? But this was different. Standing in one place for legit 4 hours at a time, I was so miserable. Like, I hated it. There was one time, there was literally a chair. I don't know where this chair came from, but I was like, this is God sent. Like, this was meant for me. So I'm sitting on this chair, and on all of the aisles, there's like phones that you can like call management if you need help, we'll do it, whatever. And my manager tried to call me and was like, you need to stand up right now. I was so annoyed about that. Speaking of which, the management was obviously the biggest problem. I had 4 separate managers, 0 communication. Like, because each manager had their own job, and obviously they had their own times for working. But if you needed someone for one specific thing, you had to find that one person. You could not be like, hey, can you tell your other manager, can you tell your colleague that I need this day off, whatever, because they would not get to the right person at all. And then, I'm not even going to talk about management, because that was just that personal Safeway's issue. But let me go back to why being a grocery store cashier is just so difficult. Standing in place, it just sucks. Like, I don't know why it's so exhausting to me, just like standing. Oh my goodness, I was exhausted. And you deal with people. Obviously, all customer service jobs are difficult. I'm a waitress, girl. I'll tell you about them, right? But it's a different kind of customer you deal with at the grocery store, because everyone is there. Like, no one is there for fun. Like, when someone goes out to a restaurant, it's typically for a special occasion, or they just want to get out. Like, they're normally in a better mood because they're like more leisurely, you know what I mean? Not a grocery store. The grocery store, everyone is already stressed out at the prices. Everyone's there trying to feed their families. They're tired from work. Like, no one actually enjoys a grocery store. And back to management, but also, like, I'm trying not to make it like an anti-management video. Like, if there was any deal, any like promotion, they didn't tell us. So, you know, if I rang up someone's food and it came out to like a price that wasn't promised, I wouldn't know what the hell was going on. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know what to tell them, because I'm like, girl, like, I don't make the rules. Like, I'm so sorry your zucchinis are $1.50 over. Like, I get that that's super frustrating, but like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, do you want the zucchinis or not? I don't know. Speaking of produce, why are there so many times, like, this is such a first world problem. Okay, let me check my privilege. I could not keep up with how many different types of the same vegetable there are. Like, for example, tomatoes. I thought that they were just like one, or I knew there were different types of tomatoes. I knew that, right? But I didn't realize how, like, me and tomatoes, we were really beefing during this time period, because I kept on just having difficulty, like, because every single piece of produce has a specific code that you have to memorize. There is a little cheat sheet somewhere, but a lot of times like it just helps to memorize it. To this day, I still know the code for bananas. I don't know why that one stuck to me. 4011. I remember that, but that's pretty much it. The price differences between the different types of tomatoes, it's pretty drastic. You'd be surprised. Like, so that was my issue. Like, if I ring in the wrong type of tomato, the wrong code, they'd be like, ah, no, this is not Roma tomatoes. This is tomatoes on a vine. Like, get it right. Like, this is not, you know. So that was pretty freaking annoying to deal with, because I mean, yeah, I eat vegetables, but I just didn't know that there was this many types of produce, and the price differences between like the organic ones and the ones that it's very interesting world, the world of produce. I don't know. I got yelled at by, I don't know if she was Russian, but she was definitely like Eastern European. I got yelled at by her because she got a dozen donuts and was super mad that it rang up to, I think it was like $12 or something. I don't know. No. All I remember was the deal that she thought she was getting was a dozen donuts for $5, and that's not what rang up. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I'll never forget this woman because she was so livid over these donuts, and I was like, ma'am, like, because the sad thing about working at a grocery store, there are people who literally cannot afford groceries. Like, I remember there was this one lady who couldn't afford milk. She couldn't, you know, like, and you see that a lot, and I just, it always struck a nerve, because I'm like, you know, it's food. Like, it's literally the most basic necessity, and it's sad to see people struggling to pay for it, you know? But this girl, I could care less about her donuts, because, girl, it's donuts. It's never that serious. Like, I don't know, she was so triggered. Like, I hope she's okay in life, because there's no reason to get that mad over donuts. She was yelling at me like I had to get management involved. It was a whole thing. In general, it's food. Like, it's food. It's never that deep. Like, it's never that deep. I don't know. I had a lot of issues with people getting mad at me over like price changes, and like, if it was like a necessity, people never got mad over necessities, because obviously you need it. Like, what are you gonna do about it? It was just the stupid snacks and like the stupid like whatever foods that people got the most triggered over, because they were like, what do you mean I have to pay extra for my hot Cheetos? I get it, but it's not that deep, you know? Speaking of which, guess who dealt with the COVID? Guess who dealt with the toilet paper situation in March 2020? I did. The worst week of my life. When they first announced, like March 15th, like that, like the second week of March, when they first announced that, you know, we're going into like a 2-week break or whatever, all hell broke loose. When I tell you, to this day, I've never had a day at work that bad. I've never. I'm gonna do my brows and then come back. Yeah, so I'm back. Please, for the love of God, excuse my brows. I blended it after the video. It's embarrassing that I didn't realize how it was way too white underneath. Please excuse it. It's bothering me so much. But just know I fixed it. Not in the video, but it happened, I promise. When I tell you, when I walked into work that day, it was pure chaos. That was so not what I thought I was gonna walk into. Lines wrapped around the entire grocery store, and people's carts just stacked on top of just toilet paper. Like, just toilet paper and paper towels. I don't know I'll never understand why that was what people went for. People weren't trying to get vitamins. They weren't trying to get, you know, food and water. Like, yeah, people got water. I'm not gonna lie. People were literally, like, I don't know what, like, did the toilet paper have, like, meth in it or, like, crack? Like, if I'm trying to be rude, but, like, what was it about the toilet paper that was, like, I need that, like, immediately, like, all of it right now? I don't know. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, it was just so stupid. I'm actually speechless about that day. Like, seeing people spend like $400 or $500 on just water and toilet paper. Again, they were not buying food. They were like, they were buying food, but it was just so much toilet paper. And I was like, y'all do realize we're not closing. Everything else is shutting down, but we are an essential business. Just like hospitals and whatever, grocery stores are not going anywhere. You are allowed to come here. But people were stocking up like it was like a zombie apocalypse was coming or something like that. Like people were, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Whoever did that, you guys are weird and selfish. And I'm gonna stand 10 toes. I said what I said. Like, it is the most selfish thing. You're telling me that you have 2 kids, you need to buy like 6 cases of toilet paper? Like, what are y'all eating? Like, why do you shit so much? Like, why do you need that much? Think about yourself. Like, think about who you are as a person. Like, it's so selfish because there are people who would come in so stressed out because they're like, I literally have nothing at the house. What do you mean you don't have any toilet paper? And I was like, I know. Like, I felt bad for them. Like, there are people who literally were like, I just want like 1 case. Even give me a roll. Get me through the night. Like, oh my God, I hated it. Even, and at my job, you were allowed to, you worked 8-hour shifts and you were allowed to, your lunch was an hour, but you were allowed to take a half-hour lunch and then get out half-hour early. Normally I did that because I wanted to get the heck out of there. But my manager walked up to me and she's like, do you mind taking a 30-minute lunch so that we need help? And I was like, no, I'm taking my hour lunch. Like, this is too much to deal with. I need an hour to like decompose because what is even going on right now? But she understood, bless her heart. She was the only real one there. I love her. That job was the when I realized how much more clutch working in the morning actually is, because oh my gosh, there's nothing to do. Like, you're literally just standing there just waiting for nobody. I knew that I said that I wasn't gonna talk about management, but I just have to. At the time I was 19, freshly 19, still in school. I mean, I'm still in school, and the amount of pressure that I got to like stay later than like my hours was actually insane. And I guess I understand that like they were understaffed and da-da-da-da, but you guys have to understand, I'm literally in school. The night crew was always understaffed, like always. So they would kind of harass the closing people to help them stock. It took like 3 times of them being like, please, please. And I was like, I'm not freaking doing it. Like, I was going back and forth with one of my managers. He was like, you don't want any more money? You don't want money? And I was like, I have to go home. Like, it's literally, it was like 11. It was almost midnight. And I was like, I have to go home. I have class tomorrow morning. I lied. I didn't. But what if I did? And he was like, you don't want money? And I was like, I have enough. Like, I don't have any bills. I live at home. This is money just to hang out with. Like, I'm not here to pay any bills. Like, like, I'm not that girl. I'm not, I'm just here for fun. But I think it's just so like rude to like do that to your coworker, like to your employees. It's not my problem that you guys can't keep employees. My shift says 2 to 10. Why are you trying to convince me to stay till 1 a.m. as a 19-year-old? Like, I don't know. I don't want this video to come across like I'm talking bad about them, even though I literally am. I'm still thankful that they gave me the job and whatnot, but that job was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Everyone was overworked because at Sally's they didn't give me any hours, and then at Safeway they gave me way too many. I was working like 30-35 hour weeks while going to school full time. I was exhausted. I had no time for anything. So I told them, I was like, can I just get less hours? Can I go down to 25, maybe 20 hours a week? They were like, but didn't you come here because you wanted more hours? With hella attitude, I was like, but it's too much. It's too much. Like, at Sally's, I was getting like 16, 12, like, 12 to 16 hours. This was too much. 30 hours a week and going to school. And I know people, it was too much for me, okay? I don't want to, I know there's people out there who do more. And you guys, hey, you have my full respect. It's just not me. Well, I got my rocks off about working as a cashier. I don't know what to talk about anymore. How y'all doing? How's life? Being a waitress is not any better. Being a waitress is not any better, but I can't I'm not gonna like talk bad about the industry until I leave, because that's fair. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I hate it so much, and I still go, you know? So I'll just wait till I find something better, because it works better for me than being a cashier. Let me just say. So yeah, so honestly, just be nice to your cashiers, because working at a grocery store is miserable. It's really miserable. I hated it. So glad I left. Actually, while we're here, we need to talk about brown eyeliner. Brown eyeliner more, okay? I don't wear lashes on like a day-to-day basis. I actually don't. I prefer myself without lashes. And like, can I get a round of applause? Like, because I went through years where I felt so ugly without lashes. Like, I was so insecure about my eye shape, and like I just felt like bald without them, and it's very easy to feel like that, especially when you do, because I wear makeup every day. I've always been a makeup girly, so I was so insecure about my face without makeup, and especially lashes. But now you can see my face, you can see my eyes, you can see like, you can see me, you know? So that's why I like it. And plus, I'm gonna sound like such a pick-me. It's like different, because everyone wears lashes nowadays and it looks great. But if you can pull off not wearing it, it's like, damn girl, okay? I see you. So I just wear a lot of brown shadow and brown eyeliner, because it just makes your eyes look so like, but it's not as harsh as black. Get into it, y'all, for real. It just looks so soft. So soft. Why do I sound like that? And also, don't talk about my hair. I got my hair braided, and like, I don't know how I slept last night, but like some of my strands are like lifting at the root, so I have to figure out how to like stop it. But I did trim it, and it looks super healthy. My hair, like, I don't even know how it got heat damaged, but I haven't straightened my hair in over a year. I don't get how that happened. Like, I feel so like betrayed. My hair is such an op. Like, she's just so sensitive, and like, she's not loyal. Like, she will break away from me any chance she can. Like, she's so stupid and annoying, and so dry and uneven. I hate my hair. I have my hair braided up all the time because I literally hate my hair. I hate it. I have like 50 million, I have like 50 million like hair textures and hair curl patterns that I just can't deal with. Like, the back of my hair is super like tighter curls, and then the front / the top of my hair is like super loose curls. Like, there are times where it doesn't even curl up, it's just straight frizz. So it looks like I have like a stupid like asymmetrical bob. Not like, but it looks stupid on me because it's not intentional. Asymmetrical bobs are cute though. Yeah, my hair and I, we really beef. She just acts up. Like, she's just so stupid. Like, I hate how some days my hair looks good, and other days, it's like my hair, I have a good curl day maybe like once a month, but I don't know why, because I use the same products all the time, and like some days it works really well and some days it doesn't. But I don't know, my hair and I, like, I'm literally, if my hair was a person, we'd really beef. We'd really fight, like, every day. Like, I would jump her. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I would get all my friends and then we jump her, because she pisses me off. Like, she's just so stupid. That's why I have her braided up all the time, because I don't want to deal with her. I'm gonna add some shadow on my lids. Some shimmer. That's what I meant, not shadow. You dummy. Some shimmer. Not that I really need that much, because I'm already glowing. It's not glowing, I'm just sweating. If I'm being honest. A little on my nose. And I'm such a whore for this. I love this Fenty Beauty Rose Wave Diamond Balm. Everyone talks about the silver, but I just like this one. And I just like tap it on my lid. It just looks, and I get compliments all the time at work whenever I do this from like customers, and the more they compliment, the more they tip. So I'm gonna pack this shit on. Ooh, stop. I'm so like, the camera doesn't even like, Y'all can't even see for real what this looks like. This looks so good. I think I put a little too much. I'll deal with that later. Now I gotta get my lip liner. I'll be right back. I'm not putting that in. That was so ugly. Or maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what to talk about. I have no life. I'm going in with the knobby. You know, you can buy a like knobby. Can you see that? You can buy. I got this from Amazon. It's like literally a pack of like, I want to say like 72. I got it for like 27 bucks. And dude, these, I love it. I gave some away because a lot of them were like pinky nude and like beige, and I'm not beige, so I gave them all away. But you know, the ones that stuck are cute. Whew, this is my favorite part of doing my makeup, the lips. It ties everything together. And I could keep it matte, or I could add this little Pat McGrath. Is it Pat McGrath? And Love Potion. Is it Pat McGrath? What is this? What is this? Put a little bit in the middle. I put way too much shadow on. Too much shimmer. I put too much shimmer on my lids. But this is the completed look for work. To milk my customers for tips. I don't know. Oop. Bye.